That's Pokemon.
Okay, so I might just use you to make my demo.
Okay. All about it.
The crafter.
Love these sweatpants, but they are like so big that like they go up to here. And I still have like the big.
Are you shrinking?
Yeah. Love it though. How cute. I have no idea what we're doing there.
Guys, floating the one technology.
Okay. What? He didn't want his mom, we just didn't avoid it. It's not a magic. I was like, already gone up on you.
That's somebody today. It's like, what's that?
Sweet. That's so cute. So I just wanted everybody's to look like their own. So you have, yeah, different shapes, different sizes, and different materials. And then I also have these, so I just bring them, why not?
What are they?
We're gonna make
Crap?
a craft. Oh, cool. Hi,
Hello,
are you Nick?
I am.
You're the only one that RSVP'd, so thank you.
Oh, hey, you're welcome. I see the RSVP, I'm like, I don't feel it. No RSVP.
Yeah.
Let's do one each day.
Okay, this is Mercedes. Hi. This is
Hi.
Nick,
I'm Nick.
nice to meet you. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. I Mercedes is our crafter, so I told her I'll get her started if you wanna get all about it. I try to pick like something neutral, not too girly,
Oh, okay, yeah,
so.
that's
Can I
fine.
make a picture?
Yeah, you wanna take one of those and color it? You wanna decorate the tree? That's fun, that's a good idea.
All right, go decorate the tree. No, you can't use that stuff.
I told him you could take one of those to decorate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No. What?
Which one? Glitter?
Yeah.
Ooh.
On the Christmas tree.
How are you gonna attach it?
Alright, color it.
Kiki, go
Color,
ahead.
color
first,
first,
and then top
and
it.
then we'll put those on as ornaments.
Okay,
That's
So-
what I was thinking.
I pre-cut these.
All right, so those are bad.
Yep, we're gonna, so these come apart really easy. So I'm just gonna tack it here,
Okay.
and then, so these are our little plates for our glue and our brushes, and we can brush it on. So I pre-cut these, we can go with that, and then really you can take whatever stencil you want to work
This one
with.
for sure.
And then use the pen to outline it on your scissors,
Okay.
fabric. I can't wait to see how you do this one.
Okay, well, let's see.
I should try to pull this up.
This. This.
Oh, I can't, it's not letting me present.
Don't worry, I'll bring it back.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Our creative Mercedes.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Craft, tree, picture. See if I can find it and like put it up on the screen, but. Man, I had a withdrawal.
Done.
So Nick, what industry are you coming from? Okay, so those emergency skills come in handy here. No, right, Mercedes? Oh, okay, all right. And real estate's better than insurance. Okay,
I'll be doing both.
yeah, dual career for a while. What are you like midnights or?
You want three, those you want. I don't know.
I gotta see your example, you should put that up on the screen.
Well, that's what I'm trying to pull it up, but I don't know where I got that screenshot, so I have to email it to myself.
Real.
I know. Really, I thought I had it all together.
Right, you great.
On both?
Yeah, smart ass. No, I live by it, doesn't have an example. It's the only way I can graph it. I don't make sure I got pictures at all.
You don't have to,
That's a good idea. Stick all of them on the.
good thing you got little fingers. You like to craft like your mom? Really?
That's the color though.
Yeah. That's why I kick my kids off the screens and I tell them to go create something. They create messes.
Remember that chalk marker.
Steven, there's literally paint coming out, but
Oh, yeah, it's. Here we go. Okay.
there's some.
Here. I'm gonna bring your paper here and try to get it again. Literally emailing this to myself now. Right. Where do you need it now?
Like all over the stars, so I can.
All right, how about you take one of the little paintbrushes and spread this out then? Oops. Because we don't want to have it too goopy because then it'll start sliding everywhere. You want to go get one of the little paintbrushes? I'll get you some more. Yeah, I'm getting it on your jewels. Oh gosh.
To do a version. Or people can do this, like what I'm doing right now.
All right. School to start again. It's beginning to look like Christmas. Do you know Chris Lynch, Mercedes?
Thing just disappeared.
You're asking the worst person. I just see a face. Why?
He is just joined Keller Home Loans.
Okay.
So he's gonna come. Him and Adams Zemer, I don't know. But they came from cross country.
Did.
Uh-huh. Okay, why isn't this going through the TV? Oh. I used to use Ben for all my technical difficulties. I think this is extended though.
Another one just disappeared. Why keep
What the heck, Ray?
They keep it disappearing. All the glitter things keep.
Is it slide? Oh, there we go. There we go, Mercedes.
Oh, perfect.
How do you get on the TV?
So I need a big one. Too.
I would change up the sizes. I also didn't know how big those stencils were compared to my frames. I mean, pretty close, right? That's looking good.
No, I don't think I can do another one. I think that looks good for them.
I did too.
And I want to put the
You
ornaments
have
like
one
on
for
the tree.
each arm.
And what if you put ornaments on the tree? Like it looks like this. But
Mm-hmm.
there's only 4 ornaments.
There's a whole tube over there. It's a twist off. You see it? And then what we'll do is, let's put some of this on your plate. Maybe put this usual one first. You can stick it one- Guys, so you just put a dot.
Care if my hands get messy. I made the Christmas tree.
I like the solid. I like the glitter and the
Crap. It's gonna be hard to make. I don't know if I can even make that in them. I'll try to. Put out Christmas tree and
Yeah, there's all kinds of fabric.
I think that's good. Be a bigger one. I don't think.
Where you can see somebody waits for you, cause you're one for me.
Great one, John.
This year.
wait, can I do color ornaments actually? Can I do color ornaments?
I was like, oh my goodness, it's 31 o'clock. Like doing everything last minute and chasing my tail, so I set up early.
I don't blame you, but I just made you host.
Yeah. Made you host, I heard her, she just went on the radio and said it.
Over the radio.
Whatever.
The CD. Yeah. What if you cut out some of this sparkly green stuff and make it a circle and stick it on the tree? Or you could make it garland.
Keep it clear. Okay. Um.
Good looking tree. You're gonna show up Rockefeller. Noise.
Grace's favorite class at school is art. Right?
Imagine bringing this to school and everyone looking at us.
I think your teacher would put it on their wall. So you want to go back for one more day, smarter last day before break? Eh?
Said yay.
You know, my kids had a hard time getting up this morning. But they make those 12 days of Christmas.
12 days of Christmas?
Mm-hmm. So it's a different theme.
What theme is it?
Hi.
Hey, hey, hey. I had a hard time getting up this morning too, which is why this is not my first one of these.
You don't have your magic tea?
No, oh no, girl, I did that too. What did we call it? A double crack or a triple crack? I had a triple crack this morning, and this is my second one of these. So
Oh my
but
God.
girl, I still don't have Christmas presents wrapped. My kids' Christmas parties are tomorrow, and I'm supposed to bake something for all three of their classrooms. That's not done. I'm like,
Mm,
I'm only going to get through the next 24 hours by insane amount of caffeine. That's the only way.
yeah. That was yesterday. I did cookies last night. I'm probably gonna have to wrap tonight because I don't have the kids.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
take
my
advantage.
only
Take
chance.
full advantage.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, hopefully. I should knock on wood because they end up calling me anyways. And then, can I come
Oh, yeah.
home? Yeah.
Like no, but like mom's just doing things.
Yeah.
But like you
Yeah.
can't come.
But we don't have any we're done with Christmas parties. So
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's a relief at least.
We're done with
Yeah.
class parties. I'm doing a career day tomorrow though.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Those are so exciting. I didn't do career day, but I volunteered for junior achievement. And that was fun. I'm like, yes, younger kids need to learn about the real things in life, like,
Yeah.
you know, how to budget a bank account and how to, you know, understanding what filing taxes is.
Yeah. And that's what I have. My networking group meets on Fridays at 8 a.m. and they have a big Christmas party and it's so much fun, but I'm missing it because I'm like, this is important. I should do this.
Is it for your son or your daughter or both?
No, it's actually one of the realtors out of a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, she asked me to go to her school district's middle school.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, she's one of our Agent Pluses.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's what I wanted to say too. Are we gonna have ooh, I can see myself back there. Uh was this gonna be a mix today of agents and Agent Plus?
No Agent Pluses.
Okay, so I'll just because for some of the stuff like I show in list reports and whatnot, well, I guess it's good for either way, but we just have, yeah, this one, I love this class because it's just basically like these are all the things that are important with marketing and communicating with your clients and building a brand, getting
Yeah.
opportunities.
I know. I don't like giving this training, so that's why you're here. But it is important.
Yes.
I don't know how to get this. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You want to get the audio up here?
Oh, can you make me
Can you make
co-host
this
so I can share
clean?
my screen?
Yeah. How do I?
So you want to go to your audio. Select speaker,
Samsung.
Samsung. Yeah, try that.
It
Hey,
was
Greg.
weird
Love
because
that.
it was playing my music.
Hey Grayson.
All right, that should be better.
Okay, and then
Bring me that
it's her. and
Attack
her- Make her the presenter.
Go to the dots, you can make her co-host. I think you just allowed her to share, so you should be good there, but you can make her co-host.
Let's see. Yep, I sure can. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Just
Mark.
give it a little more zhuzh. You've got the extend only. Mine's like a,
So sometimes it doesn't give me the choice.
Hmm.
I went in to see which setting it was on.
Hmm.
I kind of like the extended screen.
I'll do this from here, just in case you want. You need more or less long.
Okay. I don't think I have any. All right, tell someone to actually let you see everybody. What's that?
Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Thank you.
know there's something funky on the top that's going on. Okay, so Chelsea, did I tell you what I'm doing
Oh.
for? Hey, Chris.
Okay, there you go. I was like, you cut out. Sorry.
You're good. So, we have a little holiday craft going in the room too at the same time. So
Oh,
we're kind of just working
fantastic.
on that while we listen. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I love that.
So I'll just
No,
pass
I'm
it on.
good to. Okay, perfect. No, so thank you guys so much for having me. Oh no, Kayla, you already kicked off the recording, right? Yes, it says we're recording. Okay, good deal. Well, happy Thursday, everybody. Gosh, can you believe that we are within the tail end of the year? Today's class, that I love teaching this class just because I'm all about how can I make the best use of your time to better your opportunities in your business. And today's class, it focuses on human-centric communication. The reason why it's titled that is because I think so often when we look at different ways to market to clients, we look at a lot of automated fashions, right? Which helps us with efficiency and being productive in other areas. But sometimes you kind of lose that human touch, that human feel, right? If you're marketing someone, the goal should be, how can I contribute value to this person? So sometimes we're just sending out, drip campaigns of different properties that have become available on the MLS, kind of those stale happy holiday campaigns that if I were to open up my email right now, I'd probably see, 10 of them just within the last hour. How can you really set yourself apart? How can you create that pop feature where, like, if that client is opening their email or they're looking at a text from you or they're seeing something on social media, how do you stop the scroll? How do you get their attention? How do you hook them? And so there's two different ways we're going to talk about that today. The first feature is how to keep you most apprised of the knowledge you need for the most purposeful conversations with those clients. And then after we learn about that, then we're going to talk about the way that you can actually go in and you can hook them. You can contribute that value, you can keep them interested, and you can really have a lot of wins with your business going into the new year. So the first thing I want to talk about, and some of you may already know about this, you may already use it, maybe not. If not, it's no big deal. Make it a bucket list item for next year. Our internal system, which is myagentstation.com, this is actually a website owned by Keller Williams, but fed by Keller Home Loans. And it is literally going to be a one-stop shop for you to keep an eye on everything that is going on with your shared clients with Kayla. So when you go to myagentstation.com, it's single sign-on with your KW command login. So if you're already logged into command in your web browser and you go to click on sign in here with KW, it'll automatically log in. You don't even have to manually type your username and password. But once you're in here, this is when kind of the magic happens. This is where you're really going to find a lot of value. And guys, from what this was when we first created My Agent Station a couple years ago to where it is today, if this is something that you did use in yesteryear and you just stopped using it because you're like, it really wasn't beneficial, go back in and take a second look because we have revamped so much in there. We've poured into it. We really want to make it that one-stop place for you for knowledge, for marketing, for knowing what's going on with your clients. And so when you first log in, this is what your dashboard's going to look like. This is the main landing page. The first thing you're going to see that's most important is what's going on with the clients that you have that are currently pre-approved or getting pre-approved with Keller Home Loans. Now, inside this portal, you'll be able to click on and have an interactive view. Obviously, John Homeowner is not a real person, but he's one of our dummy applications. When you go in here, you're going to be able to see your pre-approved borrowers, your borrowers that are active in contract, your deals that have already closed and are in your archive files. But what's great about this is directly synced with our loan origination system. Why that's important outside of just a bunch of fancy words is anytime an appraisal is ordered, you'll be able to know. Anytime the title's ordered or received, you'll get to know. Anytime that person is pre-approved, you'll be able to know. You'll be able to go in and see at any point in time a real minute by minute update, like down to if this borrower's loan is locked, if the closing disclosure's gone out, if it's been signed, you're going to be able to go in and get all of those updates. Not that Kayla doesn't always keep you up to date on that stuff, because she does, but maybe it's like 11 o'clock at night and the listing agent is frantically texting you saying, hey, I need to know what's going on because my sellers need an update before tomorrow. And you're like, well, that's annoying. I'm not going to bother Kayla at 11 o'clock at night for this. You can just pop in here and see exactly what's going on. Also, on that same flip of the coin, you know, Kayla, like me, she's a mom. There's probably other parents in the room or folks that have, you know, fur babies or spouses or best friends that you got some holiday stuff coming up with. We can't always be 100% in front of our computer, even though we are a lot of times, and we do have mobile resources, but sometimes you need the ability to grab a pre-approval letter and you don't always have, you know, the means or just the appropriate timing to reach out to like Kayla to get that. In this system, you can go in there, you can pull it yourself along with an accompanying loan estimate. So, you know, if this person that Kayla worked with, she pre-approved them up to $325,000. Even if that person's looking at a lower cost home, so say $270,000, you can go in there and you can dial up or down that pre-approval letter up to the total pre-approved amount that Kayla set. And then you can also provide a fees estimate for that person. So it's a really great hands-on experience. Again, the system is not to replace Kayla, right? She's still going to be your main go-to, but this is just a really great system to be able to go in and have all that information so easily accessible. Also in this system, speaking of Kayla, when you log in on the right-hand side, you are going to have the ability to select a preferred primary loan officer. And if you don't, it will just default to the first available loan officer in Ohio. I highly recommend, if you want, anytime you're sharing information for Keller Home Loans and you want to make sure it goes to Kayla and not some other random person, make sure that you select her as your primary loan officer. There's only one person in Keller Home Loans named Kayla. You guys have her in your market center, so make sure that you designate her as your primary preferred loan officer. Now, outside of this main dashboard, you're going to see a couple tabs up at the top. One of them is reporting. So that's if you're an Excel person, this will give you every single statistic you need to know about the business you and Kayla have been doing together. And then outside of that are marketing resources that are available. Kayla is still going to be a good one that you can go to say, hey, I've got a listing coming up that the house is kind of distressed or it's just really outdated. It needs a lot of cosmetic appeal, you know, updates. I need a renovation flyer. She's still going to get you the flyers you need for certain loan products, certain programs, maybe a down payment assistance option, social media graphics, all of that. But if you would like to just go and play around and see everything that we have in our social media and our flyer catalog, you can just go under that marketing tab. If you have Kayla selected as your primary loan officer, your stuff's automatically going to be dual branded. And then you can look and plug and play and save that stuff at your leisure. And then the last thing, the education tab. To no one's probably shocked, this is where I live. In the education tab, we actually have over 4 dozen on-demand classes that are specifically for real estate agents. These are not mortgage classes for loan officers. These are classes specifically for real estate agents about, yes, how to leverage tools from the mortgage industry to more effectively lead generate, to overcome more objections. But there's also classes on building business, on how to better, you know, interact with those in your community to expand your database. There's a lot of really great, you know, base level, like if you're just brand new to the business, if you're like, I got licensed a month ago and this is really going over my head right now, I highly recommend you go to the education tab of myagentstation.com because you're going to see a lot of goodies. But even for those of you who might be a really seasoned agent, that you're like, I've been in the business for 20 plus years, there's not a whole lot that I don't know, but I'm always up for learning new things. There's stuff in there for you as well. So I highly recommend going and checking that out. And then of course, these live classes that we do, those are not to replace these. Now, switching gears a little bit. So now that you know the best way that you can stay knowledgeable about what all is available to your clients for real estate financing, how you can market those options, how you can team up with Kayla and keep an eye on all of your loans and, clients that are working on their financing. Now I want to talk about how you can actually pour into those clients, staying in front of them, continually coming from a place of contribution where instead of just hitting them with like a vanilla drip campaign, you're actually sending them AI generated personalized communications. Now, for this, Kayla, I'm going rogue. I'm ditching the PowerPoint, ditching it. We're actually going to go into list reports because I think this is going to make more sense to have an interactive view. When you use list reports as an agent, so when Kayla sends you an invitation and says, hey, would you like to co-market with me on list reports? It ends up being the grand total cost of $0 to belong to this program. If you don't team up with Kayla, it's $150 a month out of pocket for you to use this program. So I highly recommend using Kayla for that leverage. And you get a bunch more advanced features when you team up with Kayla than you would as just signing up as an agent. Now, diving into what list reports actually is. So when list reports first came out, this is actually a system, might be 10 years old now. It was originally just for how can we streamline personalized property marketing. So list reports is connected to every MLS in the country. With list reports, it was, okay, agents looking at your cost. What's one of the big costs of your business? Marketing. What types of marketing is needed? Well, personalized property marketing for listings, for open houses, when you're doing buyer presentations. Okay, how do we take the time out that is needed to create these personalized marketing materials? And then also, how do we make it cost effective? In this case, we made it $0 in cost. And how do we make this so it can be personally branded to your individual business? Because we know, especially like with social media, you have to come in with a strong brand presence. Like if everybody's posting the same exact content, it's just going to go by the wayside. I've seen so many agents on social media that just share like a direct link to an MLS site or realtor.com or even Zillow.com. And I'm like, no, don't do that. You're not protecting your brand. You're not getting your name out there. You're getting the property information out there, but you're not doing this for your individual business. And so that's where list reports comes in. Underneath this marketing kits tab, which by the way, I have an admin account. So if you already are using list reports as an agent, you're not going to have this other goofy stuff up here, but you're going to have this stuff. So underneath marketing kits, when you come down here, you're going to be able to see all of the past marketing kits if you've ever created any. And then also whenever you have a new listing that hits the market, it's automatically going to create a marketing kit for you for that listing, but you can also go in and create marketing kits for your buyers, and you can create marketing kits for if you're hosting an open house. It does not have to be your listing. It just has to be on the MLS. Now, I'm going to go in and show you guys an example. Pam Paulson, she's one of our loan officers down in the Tampa Bay area. This is an agent that she works with at KW St. Pete, and this is what the marketing report or the marketing kit looks like that they created. So again, this is 100% automated. There's nothing that you have to manually do outside of when you're requesting the marketing kit, putting in the MLS number or putting in the property address. Then down here, it'll do the pinwheel for a minute, and then it'll spit out all of these personalized property marketing pieces. So the first section is digital marketing. The digital marketing pieces it's going to provide are personalized property websites. Why are these good? Why are these important? Well, what did I just reference that I've seen agents share on social media? Realtor.com links, Zillow.com links, Redfin.com links. If a client goes on your social media, sees a house they like, clicks on the Zillow link that you shared on your social media, what are they most likely going to come across when they go on that link? Another agent's information or multiple other agents' information. They're probably going to get attacked by some type of chat bot that's going to try and pair them with one of those agents that paid to play on those websites. And then also they're going to also get marketed to by the loan officers from mortgage companies that paid to advertise on those websites. So again, not protecting your relationship, not protecting the opportunities that you're working so hard to build through that website. So with personalized property websites, there's no third-party advertising allowed for anything. You're not going to see, you know, it's something from bankrate.com. You're not going to see something from Zillow. No other agents can advertise through this. No other mortgage loan officers. This is a personalized private URL that just showcases your information, Kayla's information, and the property's information. This is a huge win for social media because, again, it protects those folks from going to other resources where the unmistaken consumer might think, oh, well, I have to contact Joe Agent on this because he's advertised on this Zillow link. A consumer doesn't always understand how all of that works. And a lot of times agents, not any of you, but I've seen other agents that will try and take advantage of consumers who don't understand how that works and make them think that, yeah, in order to see this property, you have to work with me, when that's not the case. So when you have these personalized property websites, it's going to give about the home. So that's the public remarks from the MLS, the photo gallery of the photos that are uploaded on the MLS. Then it's going to give explore the area. So this is really cool, right? If somebody clicks explore the area, if they were looking at purchasing this home, it's going to tell them all of the convenience places that are nearby. So there's a gas station pretty close, an ATM, groceries, a hospital, a gym. It's going to tell them about the great outdoors. So it looks like there's a dog park fairly close. Ooh, a yacht club, Freedom Lake Park. It's going to talk about all of the neighborhood eats. So the different types of restaurants and cuisines that are nearby. And so that's fun too, because that's not something you normally would see on some of those other websites, that even though they are real estate specific, they don't give all this fun extra stuff. So that's a big win on these websites as well. Hold on, it won't let me out of it. Go away. There we go. Now, in addition to those about the area, financing information, that's where Kayla's information is going to live. Meet your agent, that's where your information is going to live. And then meet your loan officer, that's just where Kayla's contact information in her bio is going to live. All of that information, photos, team logos, branding, all of that can be personally customized inside list reports. Now, one of the things too that I've seen that people have done that has been really cool, recently sold. So you can actually put this where the person who's looking at this has to provide short form lead data, meaning first name, last name, email address, and phone number before they can view this information. If you're somebody that likes to farm certain neighborhoods, so maybe you just had a listing that closed and you want to be able to use that as an opportunity to lead generate with the neighbors in that neighborhood. You can make it so you're sending out a little teaser postcard saying, hey, congratulations, you guys have a new neighbor coming to town. If you're interested in seeing what this home sold for, follow the QR code attached to this postcard. How many snoopy neighbors are going to want to do that? All of them, or close to all of them. But then you can require them to provide their info and that short form lead data to be able to access what the home sold for. So again, just kind of a way of you're playing on people's curiosity, but then you're also expanding your database by getting the actual contact information for those neighbors that you've been working very hard to farm. Now down here, there's a ton of print marketing items. So there's open house flyers that are available. Again, these are all customizable to your branding. So if you don't go with just the standard red and black from Keller Williams, that's fine. You can, if your team colors are black and gold, or if your team colors are navy blue and hot pink, which I actually saw recently, you know, you can customize it. And then down here at the bottom, it's going to have your information and Kayla's information. And then all of these photos, these can be arranged. So if you're like, I don't like that photo as the background photo, I want to switch it out. Or I don't like these 4 photos that it spit out, I want to change those around. That is all completely customizable on these flyers. Infographics, so that's what I just showed you on those single property websites where you can go in and see, you know, all the conveniences that are nearby to that home. These are really cool to display at an open house, because you never know who you're going to get walking through that open house that might find these beneficial. Maybe they're relocating to the area. Open house sign-in sheets. So you can have this, that you can either direct it to a QR code where they're having to, again, short form lead data, first name, last name, email address, and phone number, or you can print a handwritten open house sign-in sheet that will still have that QR code that will direct them back to that single property website for more information about the home after they leave. Now, this property report, I really like these when you're showing a buyer a home. I myself, like when I was a KW agent before I was with Keller Home Loans. And I used to, when I first got started in the business, which was before list reports even existed, I would always print out just the full customer detail report out of my local MLS. It's not very visually appealing. It's very text heavy. And it's just, I would always give that to the buyer. Even if I was showing them 5 houses, I would print out one for every property. I would give that to them. I would highlight like certain, specs on it, like how many beds, baths, square footage, school district. But it was never that like wow factor. To me, if you're going out and you're showing 1 home or 2 homes or 3 homes, you could now either print or email ahead of time these personalized property reports to these buyers, or have them on display at an open house that somebody could take these as a walkaway item. Because to me, this looks so more professional and polished and visually appealing than what you would get from that MLS customer detail report. And I don't even know if that's what they're still called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And then it also includes, again, all these fun items that you would not see on the MLS. That's going to have the information. And then again, it's going to keep directing people back to you and Kayla. Sign writers, that's an option as well. So again, if you want a QR code on your sign writer that will direct people back to that personalized property report or personalized property website, not report, you can have those as well, that you can either do a text code or a QR code. Active listings, again, a whole bunch of more flyers and reports and infographics, coming soon promos, just listed in escrow, all the things you need to be able to successfully farm the neighborhood in which you're doing business in. If it's a listing you're trying to win, there are listing presentations, but one thing to be aware of, yes, if you are wanting to win a listing, there's not going to be an active MLS number yet. So you're going to have to use the address of that property. If that home has never been on the MLS previously, it's just going to come up with public record information. Most importantly, no photos. And so this would be where you'd probably need to drive by, just snap a photo of the house, or use like a Google Earth. Not that those are usually the best quality, but snapping a photo, because if this home has never been listed before, there's not going to be any record of it. It's just going to pull public data, which it can still pull the infographics and the basics from tax records like beds, baths, square footage, year built, all that good stuff. And then another thing to look out for, if it has been listed previously, how recently was it listed? Because if the last time it was listed was 2012 and this person did a whole home remodel since then, you might want to go in and just pull out some of those photos, because if you're giving a listing presentation in a completely updated, immaculate house and you're using photos from a 2012 distressed foreclosure listing, your seller's probably going to be like, what? Like, where did you get your homework from? So just be aware, don't just grab those listings in a quick manner. If you want to use the listing presentations, they're a great resource. Just make sure that the content within them is going to be relevant when you're presenting those in person. And then down here, again, those buyer reports, huge advocate of those. Instead of just printing out the MLS details, coming in here, grabbing those, and then additional sign writers and postcard templates as well. That's when I said, if you're trying to farm a neighborhood, whether you're actually mailing out these postcards or you're going door to door, leaving them in the door, or knocking and trying to deliver that information in hand, those are going to be awesome resources. Now, switching gears a little bit, there's 2 more things I'm going to show you. I'm going to save the best for last. It's one of the newest features inside List Reports. I'm super excited about it, but I'm going to save it. The next thing I want to show you guys is the social media shareables inside List Reports. Most people in most industries that operate in a sales capacity utilize social media to drive in business opportunities. And in fact, there's a lot of real estate professionals out there that like 90% of their business comes from social media referrals. But the trouble is, when you're looking at first getting started on social media, it's like, what do I post? When do I post? What's relevant? What's eye-catching? What's going to give value? And so there's a lot in here that you can leverage as content. And again, all of it can be personally branded. So it's not like you could share this exactly as it is right now, but you can also personally brand it to your information. They give you different templates. You can look through these daily shareables, but what I find to be of most value is down here, this local housing market data and list packs. When you click on local housing market data, you can click from these variety of templates, or if you've uploaded your personal branding into your settings, it will come up with a personal branded one. I'm just going to click on this one. And I think mine defaults to like Indianapolis or something. I'm not in Indianapolis, by the way. But this is what's going on in Indianapolis. So the data that it's going to provide is you're going to see the local market report for December. It shows right now the median list price is $275. That's down 3% month over month. There's currently 2,100 active listings, which is down 6% month over month, 73 new listings within the last 5 days. And the average days on market is 66 days, up 23% month over month. One thing, this is just good to know for yourself, right? When you're having conversations about why is now the time to buy or why is now the time to sell, this is really good information that you're going to look like the local community expert when you know this information offhand. But also, this is always going to be incredibly relevant to share on your social media, because this is what consumers do want to know. This is what is important to them to be able to leverage when they're making decisions about a real estate purchase or sale. And then down here, it is going to give you the caption with all of the hashtags to get that content to trend. Keep in mind, you need to be sharing it publicly instead of with their friends only audience. But this is where you can choose your branding. This is where if you're like, I have no idea, like what to post, what hashtags work, like all of that jazz, like I just want it spoon fed to me. This is a great way that if you do this once a week, or if you do this once a month, we have folks that even will do this outside of their area. So like last year for Super Bowl, one of the ideas that we gave agents is, hey, on your social media, go in and pull this for Kansas City and go in and pull this for San Francisco. Obviously, two completely different areas of the country, but they were saying, hey, if you had to move right now and either become a Kansas City Chief or a San Francisco 49er, which one of these market reports looks more appealing to you? And it's fun stuff like that, again, you can kind of think outside of the box. It doesn't always have to be relevant to your local market area, but the point is to get people to engage on social media. So that's just one that you can play around. It will let you choose any city's zip code or neighborhood anywhere in the country. And then outside of those local market data, the other one is list packs. So it's down here in the right-hand corner. List packs I love because this is all specific to your local MLS, or you could do it for other MLSs across the country. It's not specific, but maybe we're going into winter now, but if we were coming up on summertime and you're like, all right, it's starting to heat up, what one of these homes with a swimming pool would be your go-to for your home purchase this summer? Or, hey, feeling like your house is a little old and creaky, take a look at these homes that have been built within the last, 15 years. High-end homes. So maybe saying, hey, or 10 most expensive homes. If you win the lottery tomorrow, which one of these houses are you buying? Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be something where your prospective client is going to buy one of the homes within these. It's to get that consumer to engage. It's to get them to comment on your social media posts. It's to get them to interact, because the more conversations you have on social media, the more chances you have to convert those to actual business opportunities. So these are super fun to go around and play around with. Again, they have those built out posts. They have the built out hashtags to be able to help you to get those folks to engage on those posts. And then the very last one I want to show you, it's brand new. It's called Home Reports inside List Reports. So it's underneath this My Clients tab. This has actually only been an addition to List Reports since August of this year. It's a brand new feature. We were one of the first 3 companies nationally to be able to get this. And man, oh man, it's amazing. I mean, I'm totally like an AI geek at this point, like learning everything that I can about the way in which personalized AI generative communication can benefit consumers. This is a platform that is really going to allow you to contribute value to your clients. I'm a huge proponent. There's no such thing as a past client. If you are a sales professional, any client, whether you helped them previously or you're currently helping them or they're going to be your client in the future, that is a lifetime client. But the biggest thing when it comes to a relationship is how do you continually engage with that person, even in the off times when they're not looking at doing business with you? Because, you know, not everybody's going to buy a house every year. So how do you fill those gaps? How do you keep giving them value? Well, with home reports, what this is, you can pair with Kayla, put in the information. So like maybe you already have deals that have closed with Kayla, that you guys can sign up that past client or that previous client for home reports. Or if you guys have a person who's currently pre-approved, they're on the fence about listing, whatever the case may be, we'll sign them up with their first name, last name, email address, and the address of the property they own. They have to own the property. Because what this is going to do is it's going to send them AI generated personalized email content. So this is not like a CRM drip campaign. This is personalized content based on their property and the equity they have built up and what their options are to be able to leverage that equity. So as far as talking about building wealth through real estate or that path to financial freedom through real estate, this is a really big win because what it does when you first sign somebody up, like I signed up my husband and myself just because I wanted to get the emails to see what the emails look like, which you can do that too. You can be like, hey, Kayla, sign me up because before I want this going to my clients, I want to actually experience what content's being sent to them. I signed up my husband and I. We both got the same first email. And it was just basically, you know, hi, Kane. Hi, Chelsea. Here's your personalized equity report for 28417 North 2200th Avenue. Yes, I live in the boonies. You know, here's your current estimate of what your home is worth. And actually, I think I can pull a preview up. Like, here's what your home is estimated to worth based on, like, in this, I put in like our mortgage balance, all of that, you know, here's your equity. And then it tells you all the different ways you can leverage equity. So that's not my house. That's my barn. I live on a farm. Just disclosing that. Kayla's probably laughing. But with this, it'll say, here's your options to leverage your equity for a cash out refinance for debt consolidation. Here's what you can do to cash out your equity for home improvements. And it'll give a home renovation calculator for based on the things you want to renovate in your home, what that will do for your future appraised value. Oh, it just kicked me out. It'll also give options for, oh, are you looking at selling? Here's homes in the market. Tell us what you're looking for in your future home. Because remember, this is connected to the MLS. Or it'll say, are you looking at building wealth through real estate? Would you like to look at tentative investment properties available? And so it gives all these different things in this introductory email. And then based on how the person reacts to that email, so like it's smart enough to know how long they hover over something, knowing that that person's probably reading it. They know if they click in it and if they interact. Then AI uses that information to personalize every email going forward. So it's not like a CRM where everybody gets the same drip campaign email, right? Like you probably have post-closing campaigns for your clients that 30 days after closing, they get a certain email, and then 60 days and 6 months and 1 year, but it's the same email for everybody. So that doesn't always contribute value. It keeps your name out there, but it doesn't slow the scroll. With these, it's actually creating personalized content based on how that person's interacting with the email. So when I opened the one that I sent myself to my husband, I played around with the debt consolidation calculator, just typed in a bunch of numbers. And so I did that. So I'm like, okay, it's going to think I'm engaging for that. And then on mine, I played around with the home renovation calculator and did that. So then I watched to see, okay, what emails did I have that followed? the next one that came to my husband was more personalized on the powerful benefits of leveraging real estate equity to consolidate, you know, debts such as credit card debts, auto loans, all that good stuff. Then for me, it was more personalized on renovation. And then what I also realized when you look at these activities, when I got that second email for my husband, I really didn't like look at it that much. I just kind of like looked real quick and got out of it. But on mine, I played around a little bit more with it. And it actually accelerated the communications it was sending to me. So it was a shorter time frame from when I received my second email and my third email because of how the length of time that I was interacting. And so what this system uses outside of that is it starts to think, okay, based on how this person's reacting, we can classify when this person's going to become an actual lead. When we believe this person is ready to have a conversation about buying a next home, about purchasing their first investment property, about renovating their home to get it listing ready for next year. And so it will give you and Kayla a notification when that person becomes a hot lead, meaning this person is ripe for the conversation to talk about X, Y, or Z. And when you get the notification of that person being a hot lead, it'll notify you an email. It'll also give you a notification in here. So like right now, mine's all dummy accounts, but I have like 10 plus hot leads. It'll tell you why that person's a hot lead. So it'll tell you exactly that they've been running debt consolidation scenarios, that they've been looking at a lot, like 13 different investment property opportunities. And then it'll give you a sample script of how to call them and approach them. Because you don't want to necessarily say like, hey, I have a big brother AI program that tells me when I need to call people and ask them for business. No, that is not what you want to do. So there are scripts that are available in here that will tell you, you know, hey, Kayla, you need to call Kane because X, Y, and Z. Here's a sample script of when he answers the phone of what to say. And then it'll say, if you're not able to reach him, here's a script of a voicemail you should leave him. And then it'll also give additional scripts for what you should say in a text message or a follow-up email. So it really helps you start converting that opportunity at a high level. And so I absolutely love this. I think this is going to be a really big game changer for the way in which we follow up with those folks in our database that we don't believe are an opportunity right now, or we're like, okay, how do we get this person on the phone? How do we stay in front of them? How do we, you know, contribute value even when we know that they aren't necessarily talking to us on a regular basis now about real estate? This program, you can have 100 clients in here. You could have 1,000 clients in here. You could put your friends or family members in here. It's such a great program. It's not specific to, you know, just somebody you've transacted business with. You know, if you have a very big sphere of influence with your friends and family members, I would tell them, hey, I'm going to sign you up for this personalized equity report. It gives a lot of really great information. You know, just keep an eye out for it in your email. And all of this, again, is completely free when you pair with Kayla. If you were doing this as just an agent, be $150 a month just for list reports for the marketing items, plus another $50 a month for this home reports feature. So with Kayla, you're basically saving $200 a month. You're getting these personalized AI generated emails for your clients about their home's equity and how they can leverage it. And then also all of these awesome personalized property items. So I know I just threw a ton of stuff at you guys, but List Reports is one of my favorite programs on the planet. Do you guys have any questions on the marketing items, on home reports, on My Agent Station that we went over first? Do any of you guys have questions on any of those?
Getting in there and playing with it. Well, it's funny.
Yes, and you can't break it. So just go in there, play around with everything. You can't break it. There's nothing that's going to be like, oh, Kayla, like everything just went blue and now it's telling me that I created an error. No, go in there, play around, do it for your own property. And again, even if you want to make like a tester marketing kit, the home doesn't have to be on the MLS right now. It could be a home, maybe it's your home that was previously on the MLS. You could just go through, you don't get charged per marketing kit. You could create 500 million marketing kits a month and it would not increase the cost whatsoever on Kayla's side or on your side. So just go in there, play around, put in dummy addresses, sign yourself up for home reports, and just go in there and see exactly what it's going to be like as an experience as one of your clients.
Mercedes just accepted my invitation after a year.
And she can see too how long something's pending, so that's always rewarding. It's
That's
when it's like,
hilarious. That's
the invitation was
hilarious.
accepted.
Yeah, well, it's funny because my email's going off while you're presenting, and it's her marketing kids that are automatically populating now.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and it's automated. She's not even
She's
having to
not
do
even-
anything.
Yeah.
She's just notified.
Mark's been using it. Mark's a fan, and he just said that was the home report.
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so he's using the home report side now. If
Awesome.
I missed it, I'm sorry. So isn't there a feature with the shareables that you can get like intel on the traffic for your posts that you share? Is there
Yes,
like-
you can. Yep. There's tracking in there as well. So that's something, once you start using those, you can actually go in and you can look at the tracking on that to see what's actually trending. Because that's the biggest thing. When you first start off in social media, no two people's audiences are the same, right? Like some people may just have 100% of friends and family sphere on social media. Some of them, it may be 100% business. So you have to kind of play around with what you're posting, when you're posting, all of that to see. And then you can go in and print the reports for the tracking on that, just like with what Kayla said, to identify what's working and what's not. So then you can see like, oh, anytime I post a daily shareable, I get no interactions with that at all. That's basically like a waste of posting. And it's also not healthy for like social media algorithms. If you're posting content that's not getting any engagement, get rid of that, because the more you post and the less engaging it is, the more likely that Facebook algorithm is going to move your stuff to the bottom of your connections news feeds. So that's really something I'm a huge advocate. There's even companies that do like social media audits, but don't pay for one of those. They're like $1,200. Just go in here and look at the tracking, and then you can easily see, again, what's working and what's not for your individual audiences.
Yeah, we have a good mix here. We have like a brand new agent, and then we have an agent that has been doing business but didn't accept the invite. And then you have Mark, who has been using it, and it's nice. It's a nice little, it can be passive.
And
or-
a future real estate agent that has
Yeah,
a back turn to me.
he's playing hooky. Yeah.
He's like, don't call me out.
He
Yeah,
came for the
come
holiday.
talk to me.
He's so focused on his craft, he doesn't even know we're talking about him.
No, my kids would be the same.
And I'm gonna do an intro. So, hey, look, here's Adam and Chris.
Hello, guys. Chris, I
came-
saw that you had or I think Chris, yeah, you had messaged me, but it was like right when this was kicking off. So
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I have not responded
screen
yet.
that it popped up on, not my
Yes.
screen. Okay, I was like, what's happening?
I would have texted you.
That's what I was hearing conversation going. So this is Adam and Chris. I don't know.
I had
if-
them for onboarding.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
And then for Nick so Nick's brand new to the brokerage too. So he's
Hi, Nick.
so we're all with Keller Home Loans. Adam, what's your last name? Zeman. I want to say Zimmerman or something.
Match
And-
together, yeah.
Yeah, Chris Lynch. So we'll get you all of our information and we can sign you up for all these programs. And we also have an app that you can share to your clients directly. They can apply and do everything with their loan through that app. And we can brand that to you too. So. Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me.
Now go do your Christmas wrapping.
I will, girl. It's gonna be never ending, I tell ya. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
I laughed when she showed.
A lot of good stuff in there.
Well, there is, and like there's so many different programs. And every time I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, even after turning off the screen, it doesn't. That's a good idea.
I think I push.